Coming up, how Biden's new bill creates an easier path to U.S. citizenship.
And the steps NASA took today to find life on Mars.
Good Thursday evening, everyone, and welcome to WEBN News. I'm Wesley Days.
And I'm Ben Aliber. We begin with tonight's top stories.
The Biden administration has revealed a new immigration reform bill. The bill grants farm workers, people with temporary protected status, and undocumented immigrants who came as children green cards. They can apply for citizenship after 3 years. Biden's plan offers an 8-year path to citizenship for all eligible immigrants. The bill needs 60 votes in the Senate to pass.
NASA successfully landed the Perseverance rover on Mars just hours ago. Perseverance has already sent a black and white photograph of the moon's surface back to Earth. One of the rover's tasks is a search for evidence of life. Perseverance landed on Jezero crater, where it will study the ancient river delta for organic molecules. NASA is expected to give another update on the rover at 1 p.m. Friday.
Massachusetts health officials have reported 55 new COVID-19 related deaths on Wednesday, an additional 1,322 cases. This gives the state an overall total of 39,916 active COVID-19 cases. The number of cases in the state has consistently decreased in the past 10 days. And since the beginning of the pandemic, there have been a total of 533,024 cases statewide.
A new COVID-19 vaccination site opened in Massachusetts Tuesday. Worcester State University marks the 6th mass vaccination site in the state. The vaccination site is located inside the John P. Brissett Competition Court. The other sites are located at Fenway Park, the Reggie Lewis Center, Macy's in Springfield, Gillette Stadium, and the Doubletree Hotel in Danvers. Those eligible under Phase 2 and Phase 1 can book their slot on the Commonwealth of COVID-19 vaccination website. The site will be open Tuesday through Saturday between 9 a.m. and 5:30 p.m.
A majority of Massachusetts senators are urging Governor Charlie Baker to change the state's COVID-19 vaccination plan. This comes after a disappointing distribution of the COVID-19 vaccine. In a signed February 12th letter, senators and state reps have called on Baker to create a new pre-registration system that ensures eligibility and alerts eligible residents of available vaccination appointments. Currently, each vaccine provider operates their own registration system. The Department of Health has reported that as of Wednesday, 1.2 million of the state's 1.5 million vaccine doses have been administered. It's definitely been a little chilly here, don't you think, Ben? Well, let's go to Amrit Panu for what we can expect this weekend. Amrit, do you think we'll have more snow? Because I'm getting sick of it.
Thanks, Wesley. It's cold here in Boston, but things look like they might clear up a little for the weekend. Expect snow tonight and Friday with temperatures in the low 30s and mid-20s. Saturday will be partly sunny with a high of 33 degrees and a low of 21. More sun on Sunday with a high of 32 degrees and a low of 22. And a look into next week, there's a chance of snow showers and rain on Monday with temperatures in the upper 30s, and things will clear up by Tuesday with a high of 41 degrees and a low of 32. More sun on Wednesday with a high in the low 40s. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really hoping that warmer weather will stick around.
Thanks, Amrit. Definitely has been a little chilly here lately. When we come back, an update on this storm in Texas and why police are investigating a TikTok made at Fenway Park. Stay with us.
I'll never forget the day our landlord called and said, "Read your lease. No pets allowed." My owner tells him my dog ate the lease, but that didn't work. And now I'm stuck in a shelter. But this pit bull is ready for a new crib. I'm loving, loyal, and play well with others. So don't be intimidated by all my muscles, because the biggest one I have is my heart. That's right, I said it.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
Welcome back. Trespassers had a field day at Boston's historic Fenway Park on February 7th. Two men snuck onto the snow-covered diamond and posted a TikTok video of them pretending to play baseball in the snow before being confronted by security. Red Sox officials are taking the incident very seriously.
Former President Donald Trump was sued Friday by Mississippi Congressman Bernie Thompson and the NAACP. The lawsuit holds President Trump, his personal attorney Rudy Giuliani, and right-wing groups, the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers, responsible for inciting the January 6th attacks on the U.S. Capitol. The lawsuit, filed under the Ku Klux Klan Act, argues the president encouraged threats made by his supporters before the Capitol riot. In a recent statement, Trump advisor Jason Miller said the president had no part in organizing the events leading up to and during the insurrection. Following the impeachment trial, Donald Trump has been actively criticizing other Republicans. Our political correspondent, Daniela Lobo-Rivera, joins us with more.
Thanks, Wesley. Former President Donald Trump has some harsh words for Senator Mitch McConnell. In a 600-word statement, Trump called the minority leader a, quote, dour, sullen, and unsmiling political hack. Trump also argued the Republican Party would suffer losses if McConnell remained in charge. The Kentucky Republican voted to acquit the former president in his second impeachment trial. McConnell previously said impeaching Trump would be good for the GOP, but he stated that a former president could not be impeached. The senator did say that Trump is still responsible for what he did while in office, including the Capitol riots. McConnell and Trump have been distant in recent months after working together during Trump's years in office. Many Republicans are divided on whether or not they should continue to support the former president. That's all I have for politics. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Daniela. Los Angeles County elementary schools are cleared to reopen as COVID-19 cases continue to fall. LA County is the second largest school district in the country. Students and teachers are hoping to arrive back in the classrooms as soon as Tuesday. California is one of 28 states where teachers are currently able to receive a vaccine among their state's guidelines.
Texas is still suffering after Monday's snowstorm that left 4.4 million people without power. More than a quarter of those power outages came from the city of Houston alone. The snow led to injuries and deaths, including a young woman and girl who died due to carbon monoxide poisoning after running a car in a closed garage while their home was without power. The snowstorm that led to these outages is now on its way to New England and is expected to bring several inches of snow in the coming days. We now go to our international correspondent, Anthony Labruto. What do you have for us, Anthony?
Thanks, Wesley. The United Nations has opened an investigation into the living conditions of a Dubai princess. Princess Latifah is alleging that she has been placed under house arrest for trying to flee Dubai in 2018. Smuggled video recordings from a royal villa reveals the princess as, quote, a young woman in distress, end quote. The UN Working Group on Arbitrary Detention has opened an investigation against her father, whom she claimed has placed her under the house arrest. The U.S. Justice Department announced today it is charging 3 North Koreans with stealing $1.3 billion in cryptocurrency. Assistant Attorney General for National Security John Demers claims that the 3 men were working for North Korea's military intelligence agency. One of the men charged, Park Jin-hyuk, was also involved in the 2014 hacking of Sony Pictures. All 3 men are believed to be in North Korea, which will not extradite the citizens for criminal charges. China's Radio and Television Administration announced Friday that it will stop airing BBC World News. It accuses the foreign broadcaster of failing to meet requirements to be truthful and damaging the national interest of China. The BBC recently did an expose on potential torture at the Chinese re-education camps in Xinjiang. British Foreign Secretary Dominic Raab has called the ban, quote, an unacceptable curtailing of media freedom, end quote. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Anthony. When we come back, the changes President Biden is making to the foreclosure ban. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. President Biden extended the foreclosure ban to June 30th to help those affected by the pandemic. The Census Bureau showed 12% of homeowners rely on mortgage payments in 2020. The White House announced they will focus on homeowners of color as they make up a disproportionate amount of those enduring hardships. The country is going through a housing affordability crisis triggered by this pandemic. Even though some of the aid will help homeowners will get back on the feet. Now we go to our entertainment correspondent, Jillian Kay. What's the latest in entertainment, Jillian?
Rap icon Nicki Minaj is mourning the death of her father, Robert Minaj. He died in Long Island, New York on Friday after being struck in a hit-and-run accident. Nassau County Police saw Minaj was rushed to a nearby hospital where his injuries were determined fatal. He was 64, and may he rest in peace. Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds are back at it again, donating $500,000 to Feeding America and Food Banks Canada. In a joint statement, the couple said, quote, "We know the struggles so many of our neighbors faced last year are not over, and we are grateful for the opportunity to help facilitate the important work of food banks across the U.S. and Canada." Over the last year, the couple's generosity totals $2 million donated to charity organizations. Controversy in Bachelor Nation this week when longtime host Chris Harrison announced he is stepping away from the franchise. This decision comes after Harrison's problematic interview with former Bachelorette and now Extra reporter Rachel Lindsay. The interview focused on current contestant Rachel Kirkconnell and her Instagram posts from an Old South college party she attended back in 2018. Harrison defended Kirkconnell, saying, quote, "Is it a good look in 2018 or is it not a good look in 2021? To this, Lindsay responded, saying, "It is never a good look." Harrison later attempted to apologize over social media with a promise to do better. But by then, the damage was already done, as Bachelor Nation did not hold back on their criticism. The search is now on for Harrison's replacement. It is not clear whether or not he will be removed indefinitely. But good news for Bridgerton fans. The dreamy Duke of Hastings, Regé-Jean Page, will host Saturday Night Live this weekend. He is joined by dual Grammy nominee and Puerto Rican superstar Bad Bunny. Needless to say, it's going to be a show to remember. So make sure to tune in Saturday night at 11:30 on NBC. Back to you, Ben and Wesley.
Jillian, thanks. The Brooklyn Nets play the Phoenix Suns Tuesday. Sports correspondent Sam DeCoste joins us with that story.
Well, Wesley, the Brooklyn Nets made a stunning comeback on Tuesday night. The Nets defeated the Phoenix Suns 128-124. The Nets rallied down 24 points to win, despite missing 2 of their all-star players. James Harden led the charge for Brooklyn, scoring 38 points. The Nets took their first lead of the game with 31 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter with a Harden step-back three-pointer. Harden and the Nets completed the comeback without all-stars Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, who were both out with injuries. Brooklyn's victory marks the second greatest comeback win in franchise history, going back to 1970. The Nets are back in action on Thursday night against the Los Angeles Lakers. Back to Wesley and Ben.
The city of Boston is celebrating Black History Month in a variety of virtual events. Residents can expect Black artist showcases, dance workshops, and panels highlighting Black youth empowerment. Starting off as a week-long event in the late 1920s, Black History Month was extended to a month-long celebration in the mid-1970s and has been recognized nationwide ever since. Mayor Marty Walsh said he sees this time as a moment to honor one of the city's greatest strengths, diversity.
Thank you all for tuning into WEBN General News.
For more, please visit our website at WEBN-TV and our YouTube channel. I'm Wesley Days.
And I'm Ben Aliber.
Have a
great
great
night.